Oh, I just want to play music and listen to what I like. I don't have money, but I have good taste in music. Canelo in Mexico City. Do not have it in Las Vegas. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed. Because I found the guy who's going to put the tattoo on my back. He's going to draw a dragon. He's drawing it right now. And I will get a replica seal tattoo on my booby. My husband knows. Yep. Because only cutters know what it means to get a tattoo. My story will be written regardless. Because Mr. Comey, you were the bravest man in the room that day. Right? You did your parents proud, Mr. Comey. And your American government. I was born in the elevator, November 21st. I should ask my mom what time was I born. My father, 100% Ukrainian born. That's why I never wanted to work on a cruise ship in the kitchen. Because I know chefs that went there from the school that I did, worked and came back and said, yeah, we know why you never said you're going to work on a cruise ship. I can see two ladies' faces that did it and went, yep, you were right. And one lady won everything for our school that year. Right? Another one worked in the kitchen at the hospital. Her husband was a trucker. Is a trucker. We all had so much fun doing our items, baking wise. Y'all know who y'all are. The beautiful sugar box that year, that this one lady took hours putting a sunset, airbrushing. Then when she got there, everything she had airbrushed on the box of sugar was useless. It was judged as a white box. Airbrushing wasn't allowed, but the chef taught us to sabotage us all. Right, Mr. Ferguson? Retired police officer. gifted my gold medal in a dream because he wanted that cake off the mirror. And I would have got my old mirror or my gold medal. But he gave it to me in a dream because I think he's probably passed on. Anybody ever go to a Ukrainian wedding? They usually last about a week as everybody comes in and says, well, you're going to sleep here, you're going to sleep there. The women go and make pierogies, cabbage rolls. The gifts they have, they gather. Right when 9/11 hit and all the planes landed in, what did those people do in that little town that had all these airplanes land as school buses, and went and picked them up and said, come to our house, come to our house. We'll find places. Remember the couple that met that day and went back and were married, right? The couple that went back to, wasn't it Cape Breton? Where was it that the planes all landed that day? George South, games people play. Every night and every day now, never meaning what you say now, never saying what they mean. While they while away the hours in their ivory towers, till they covered up with flowers, the back of them back to the sea. Oh, la da 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 da, you and me, and the games people play. Break a heart and say goodbye. Neither one will ever give a bit. So we gaze on an age again, thinking about the things that might have been. And it's a dirty rock thing. Oh, la da 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 da. Talking about you and me, and the game people play. Oh yeah. People walking up to you, singing glory, hallelujah, and they try to sock it to you in the name of the Lord. They're gonna teach you how to live today. Read your horoscope, cheat your way. Well, I'm going to hell with hate.
Come on, get on. La 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 la. La 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 la. Talking about you and me. Ain't people playing? Now wait a minute. Look around, tell me what you see. What's it happened to you and me? God granted us serenity. But just remember who I am. Oh, because you're giving up your sanity. For your pride and your vanity. So you're back on humanity. Oh, and you don't give a
Yeah, where'd all the money go? Drop donuts off at your local police station and say, Kimmy from Snowball Nation said, these are for you. Because you deserve it. Because police officers are wolves. I don't know who you are, and I ain't answering it. Okay. No. I don't even know what I'm allowed to play anymore. I keep getting strikes. Why? God bless this guy. Because I got his voice. Wolfman Jack.
Where were you in 62? Well, if you were like most of us, you probably had your sleeves rolled up over a
62, I was a year.
And
what month is she asking?
Tuned in to 1570 XERF, the 250,000 watt border blaster just across the river from Del Rio, Texas.
This is Paul Tellinger, your good neighbor along the way from XERF in Ciudad de Quinja, Coahuila, Mexico.
The station was touted as being the most powerful AM radio station in all of North America, and its signal could be picked up as far away as Australia and Israel. It featured preachers, country music, and in the early 60s, a bearded, wild-eyed howler named Bob Smith. He was later to become famous as Wolfman Jack. But station XERF died in the late 60s. The kids were listening to Jimi Hendrix and FM stereo. The folks were watching Brother Criswell on the Superstation. And the huge 250,000 watt transmitter, the only one like it in the world, was dead, a victim of the transistor.
Nobody at RCA knew anything about the transmitter. And when I got here, there was no manual for the transmitter and no schematic diagram.
But if ever there was an engineer blessed with the power of the golden screwdriver, it was this 31-year-old super tweaker, Mike Vendetti. A born-again Christian who broadcast religious music by day, Mike set out last winter to resurrect the deceased transmitter, and it took exactly 40 days and 40 nights.
Oh, well, too cool.
Hey, look, it's every broadcaster's dream to get close to a station like XERF. I did it for the challenge and the fun of it.
Just in case you don't think 250,000 watts will chatter your teeth, take a look at what it does to the picture in our camera. And if you place a fluorescent light and hold it next to the conduit...
Wow. Oh, yeah, he was the fucking Wolfman.
With the old transmitter now in working order, it was only fitting that a blast from the past make the inaugural broadcast. And the biggest border blaster of them all is 1965 alumnus Wolfman Jack.
Oh,
Tonight's
look at him.
special presentation relates back to the early days of broadcasting. And now, your host for tonight's show, world's greatest disc jockey, Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, how you doing, everybody?
Baby, look, Wolfman Jack. What was that movie he played in? With Suzanne. American Graffiti, Suzanne Summer. That's all she did was drive a fucking car.
Surrounded by engineers and announcers.
Okay, I gotta go
20
pee.
years ago,
He's up, I can
Wolfman
get
Jack
louder.
Rock and roll back the calendar to the summer of '62.
Now you say somebody just broke into your house and stole your combination microwave oven TV set. And you say you just made love to a girl in a porcupine suit. And she punched 50 holes in your waterbed. And when you tried to repair it, the heater shorted and blew you both downstairs and the couple making love into the apartment below.
The Wolfman mixes the oldies with bits of tear-jerking blues, then sets you up for a mariachi band that just happens in for a cerveza.
Yeah, let me hear it from you. Oh, it's so beautiful.
For 5 years, this Brooklyn native modulated the airwaves from a virtual fortress. Guarded round the clock by armed patrols, the station hawked merchandise to the eager ears of rural America and made immortal these words.
Get your cash, check, or money order for $3.95 in the mail today.
XERF was the biggest mail order station in the world, selling everything from grave monuments to chickens.
All you need to start is 100 tiny little baby chickens, and your Wolfman's got them. And you can talk to them, take them for walks in the park, and give them all cute little names, you know. You can even teach them to sit up, roll over, and fetch the paper, and all kinds of great tricks. I tell you, chickens have feelings too, you know.
50,000 orders a week was not uncommon. They even had to build a new post office in Del Rio. And for each order, the Wolf was pocketing as much as $1.50.
In fact, right now, you're going to send your order in today right now. I'll send you absolutely free an autographed life-size picture of me that goes in the door. Don't forget now that portions of the program are brought to you by Wolfman Jack Wigs. Comes in 23 styles. You can look like the Wolfman in the morning when he wakes up, or after he comes off a 6-hour plane ride.
All this by playing rhythm and blues after midnight.
Yeah, everybody thought I was black, but that was all right too. I mean, I've never been a prejudiced kid anyway. I always liked the black style. Always liked the way the folks did their thing. You know, the black folks, and that's the type of feeling I wanted to project. When I see people just totally having a wonderful time and able to release all their inhibitions and just be able to yell, go, "Ow!" You know what I mean? That to me is the greatest gift you can give somebody.
We hear live from
With a full moon on a Friday night, the Wolfman slam dunks Cokes and chain smokes Salems to Kansas City and the Duke of Earl. For 2.5 hours, XERF and the Wolfman rocked America like they did 2 decades ago. And when the clock neared 12:30, the assemblage crowded into the control room for one last all night long. And then it was over. The Wolfman made a last farewell to camaraderie, to an audience, to an era.
This is Wolfman Jack thanking you personally for picking up on all the great vibrations of this evening. It's all been live. And remember, you don't always have to turn on your radio to feel those good vibrations, you know. No, siree.
Yeah.
Just look into your heart now and then.
Yeah, he was cool, you know.
Good night, everybody.
It was really cool.
Your Wolfman loves you.
I remember going to sleep listening to the guys that used to, so cool, I love my music. I love my kids. Who was that? You. Oh no. Skip it. Nazareth. Love Hurts. Had that album too. Ooh, look at all the weird videos. Love Hurts. Good morning, darling. How are you today? Thank you for the sunflower seed. We got to start planting them things now, right? No, it was really cool, having an awesome day. So, I had a really good day. We went to drive to go vote in our it's called the Old Highway, to see all the new houses and the farmers plowing the heat field, Oh, that'd be wonderful. Okay, since you grew them, you need to send instructions. I got to put them in now, right? Because honest to God, I would love, because they cut all the trees down because they had to, because of new something. I still don't believe what they said because they cut down my big pine tree. Okay. I want to have a border of sunflower seeds, okay? Or you know what I'm trying to say. So I have all those little head bonnets, right? Because they remind me of a little girl, right? Like a bunch of little girls with bonnets on going to church. Because I hated my bonnet every time my mother put it on me. I think I strangled myself going to church. That's why we stopped going to church. Okay, I grew them and okay. So did you start them by themselves and then you put them out there? Just asking. Start them now in a seed so they grow and then I put them in, right? Because he's got to till. He's got to do that. He's got to get a tiller and go. Brum, 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 brum. He's got to eat up the earth before we put him in there, right? And I keep telling everybody, right? Save your coffee grounds. It's really good to put in there, right? Yes, I grew them and they are very small, and I know you're so proud when you see all of a sudden it from a little thing and it's a great big sunflower, because I want to save the sunflower so I can, because I heard that if you put out the sunflower after you dry them in the winter, the birdies that stay around will come. Or I can't do this. I can't feed nothing outside anymore because the bears come and play badminton, or not badminton. What's that thing where you had a ball and you hit it and then you go like this? Well, let's just say that's what the bears do to the sunflower seed. That's why I can't do that no more. Because they would go out there and boom, boom. And I swear to God, probably a bear got hit with the sunflower seeds because my husband had to buy me another feeder because the whole feeder was gone. That's why I had to get my son to help me put the one up there. The chickadee landed on my finger as I'm going, grab this. My finger is over here, and it landed on my finger. Okay, remember, Drew? Landed on my finger, and its little nails, his little feeties went in there. Scared the living shit out of me because it was different when bats are on your finger. That fucking thing scared me so bad, I ran up my son, flipped over him like a great big mama ninja turtle, and he's going, where? Like, what are you doing? As all the finch, the little wee fucking sunflower seeds, went in his hair. Because he was big boy playing football. That's why I ran up around him and said, help me, something just bitted me. Something went on my finger. As he's shaking all the fucking bird seed out of his head, going, what the fuck? He had to go get the bird feeder because that fucking thing went like a fucking football through the air because he played football too, right? Remember? Pink pants that are supposed to be white. Made them white all the time till I come home and he's going, where's my pants? As I handed them and said, they were pink when I left, but thank God they're white or you would have fucking killed me. As he hung them on the mirror, as he drove to town, by the time he got there, they were dry. So my little bear didn't have to wear wet pants on and hurt his. Because if you wear wet pants and you get rashes. And just saying, I still want to tie up Mr. Ballin because his wife's going to take him after when he's still tied up to his private room. Little Mr. Shipley, that I will find out his name because he followed in his father's footstep to be like his daddy, Mr. Shipley here. Right? Dawn? Right? You were proud when that little Mr. Shipley became like your daddy. But I'm going to get all three of you. So I'm going to duct tape you to a chair. And I'm going to say, which one of you pees first? As I walk towards you, going, tickle finger. Oh, just a sec. Hubby's here. My husband looked at me and I said, I'm just telling the world how I could make 3 Navy SEALs pee their pants by just doing this. Right, Mr. Baldwin? Because you duct taped yourself in front of your wife and everybody, and then you couldn't get out. And we know your wife, after you turn that camera off, Mr. Baldwin, I know your wife tortured you and your kids because you were the one who put yourself up there duct taping and saying, this is how the Navy, I can get out of this. No, you didn't. Because I know after she shut that camera off, because how many kids do you have? Because I knew you had one because she said, and we're having a baby, and I saw you cry. So I know you got at least 2. So, Don Shipley. I bet you're the first one that pees your pants. Just saying. Because people are saying, Don Shipley, did you know Canada has a secret weapon? And it's in Snowball Nation? And she's yelling, suck my dick, and she has no dicky. I have no dicky because I'm a girl. I wanted to be a boxer, a whole bunch of things. But I didn't because I didn't. But I did things that I did. You know, right, DW? I know that I could make every one of those freaking Navy SEALs pee their... Lord love a duck, I'm going to try to stop swearing. But I could bet you, as I lean... hey, you guys are all in bed with me, you know. Did you notice Cher's going to do videos from her bed? Because she's really sick for what she did to me. Right? So, I'm Canada's secret weapon. Making videos from her bedroom. Yeah, she's fucking sick. Yeah, she's got her thing on. She's doing her fucking videos from her bed. Right? Get out of here. I started this first. I've been telling you all. Yeah. She's, no. Put a 5150 on me. Right? Hey, my police officers. Those were really fucking nice shoes, eh? Right? Everybody, let's call the government of Canada and get every police station with a pair of fucking stiletto heels, and we'll save Canada with fucking men wearing stiletto heels saying, don't fuck with Kimmy Monster. Because everything she fucking said is true. And people say I'm threatening Benny Keys. I'm not threatening. He outright said what he said. Online, in the internet. These scales are yours. I don't know how to call Canada. You're a Texan? Oh, good Lord, love a duck, you're in that heat. Oh, fuck, okay. You know how to keep the heat if you don't have a freaking thing? Okay, freeze pop bottles, okay? And you put it onto your fans. And you take the cap, and the moisture from the frozen ice in the bottle will evaporate as the fan goes. And that'll cool you down if you don't. Or bowls of ice in front of your fans. It brings you, I would never be able to live in Texas. Like, good. That's always loved Texans, Yeah. Very hot. That's why you will see places go out of ice, because start anything that you can fill with ice. Even soup cans. And then you can put the soup cans in front of your because even your air conditioner or something, you need more of that moisture, because in Texas, fuck, I die. Honest to God. Why do you think I love? Look at the longhorn cattle, Oh, yeah, well, that's why Texans come to Canada and go, what the hell? This is hell. I'll go back to the heat. I'd rather die in heat instead of freeze to death. That's why I say, unless you live in the Four Seasons. You don't know what it's like to live through, you know? Well, that's why I swear to God, honest to God, and I really don't mean to make fun of the people that came here to do the Vikings, but they came here, and I know because they went to H&R Lashes and bought goose down jackets. Because I know the woman, her father owned the store and all this stuff, and that's what she said. They got off the fucking plane, fucking in whatever they drove in, freezing their fucking nuts off. Sorry, guys, but really you did until you went to H&R Lashes and spent, well, it had to be at least 500. I don't know how much they paid for these jackets, but at least $500 a head. So they wouldn't freeze their fucking nuts to go out, not too far from where I live, to do the bear scene where he had to live on him by himself. No! They come to Canada to do a fucking scene with a fucking bear in the middle of winter, stepping off a plane and froze their fucking nuts. So everybody that was with there, they're all sitting there going, yeah, we did, holy fuck. And you know who it was? It was Bjorn off the Vikings. Yeah, come fight a bear, but don't bring a fucking goat, you tools. Yeah, let's do a bear scene in Canada in the Great White North. Where, fucking idiots. Sorry. But that's me. You know? Oh my, like, good Lord, love a duck. Didn't anybody talk to their mother and say, you're going to Canada? I could see, this all going out to the guys that film Viking. She's right, we froze our nuts. We did go to H&R Lashes and we all had different colored jackets because they come in, I think, 3 or 4 colors because they fucking bought all their jackets. Ask Mr. Lash. He's still thriving. He's still got the business going because it says Kimmy's thriving. Yeah, and the fucking H&R Lash is still open. Hi, Mr. Lash. It's Kimmy in Gully River. Lover shoe. Fuck. People don't realize in some way, shape, or form, I got fucking connections in it. I don't know why. Right. My daddy's going, yep. That's why we never gave her sugar. Because I didn't even eat sugar. I've only had a couple of cups of coffee. My medication. Because I'm a rapid psychomatic depression person. And I'm mood swing. And if you don't like me, just sit and listen. Because if I save one person from taking their life because somebody said fucking something stupid, instead of you look at them and go say, you know what? Do what Kimmy in Canada says and says, suck my dick, just like G.I. Jane did, you know? I like my coffee with cream. Yep. Sometimes I drink it black because, that's what that little kid of mine would do. When you're crocheting something like this and you got kids running around. But my little girl didn't do this. All of a sudden I turned around and there's my redhead drinking my coffee or my puppy. It was like, we got, and my son, espresso, all these like condensed coffees that are like really, really got a lot of caffeine stuff. And then he eats lobsters and gucky things. He eats these calamari. octopuses, because when we went to his birthday, he ate this shit in front of me that I just kept talking because I couldn't eat, because if I ate my stuff watching him eat this stuff, because I took everything home. And this is why I did it. Because I knew what was in there. Ew. It was like, oh. And that fucking idiot. You weren't an idiot, my baby. He would smell his food, just like Ernie Shell. He'd smell it and go, I'm not eating it. I said, you haven't even tasted it. I'm not eating it. And this was little. So his father would say, hi, Linda, you are going to sit here until you eat. Guess how many times I found my kid's face in the bowl, sleeping in his food because he wouldn't eat it. Yeah, lift up his head. Just like my father finally said to or they both finally worked it out after, where I hid the liver in the table and people come over and all of a sudden dead liver with whatever color it was popped out of the fucking table. So I said to my husband going, he's not gonna eat it. And we got to stop having him fall asleep in there because he's not gonna eat it. Then we go to his birthday dinner. This is out to you, Bobby Joe. All this noodle stuff. It was something, fettuccine, something with seafood fettuccine, because he ate something like this before, but they had the clams and the shells in there and all the gucky things. And I swear to God, stuff was moving. Did you ever see the video of that woman trying to eat, what was it, octopuses? And all of a sudden the octopus was still alive and it sucked on her face and she's trying to fucking pull it and it's got the round sucky things all over her fucking face. Yeah, don't eat shit like that because it's still alive. Good Lord, fucking love a duck. And my daughter, like, this is why my kids, I don't like my kids. They eat sushi. They brought it here and I said, I'm not eating that. They said, oh, just try it. It's good. Soak it in this stuff. It'll be good. Let's just say Diesel and I and Kramer, the three of us, we're not eating that shit because we all put it in our mouth. And just imagine, okay, I gave Diesel. I said, okay, let's see if he eats it, I'll eat it. Let's just say the English Mastiff with the jowls, you could see that sushi going around his jowls because he wasn't going to put it in his mouth. If it was like, you could see it was round in his jowls on the outside of his, because he got a big jowl. All of a sudden, he looked at me like, Grandma, what the fuck did you just give me at the same time, all three of us, as I was doing it, same team going, this is fucking gross. As I spit mine in the garbage, the two dogs spit the shit out of their mouth. And it was whole. Diesel's, whatever I fed him, he spit it out, looked at me, and he was pissed off the rest of the day. Grandma, you never give me nothing that's yucky. So this is out to my kid. Diesel would not eat sushi. Bobby Joe, I don't know why you eat sushi. And your brother eats it too, because he used to smell his food and he fell asleep at the table because he wouldn't eat it. Because your dad just came in and out and he's going, oh no. She told the story where I made him sit at the table to eat. And you know what I think it was? Probably something spaghetti that he wouldn't eat, and now he's eating stuff that has shit in it. You know? Oh, good, no. I know. Because, I know. See, I really like that fake crab. If you guys can get it over there, like it's fake crab. Because when I had the restaurant, you could buy, what is it, 5 pounds of it? Hi, Days. How you doing, darling? My pink hair girl, you're so brave. I love you. Because I voted without my teethies. That's how fucking brave I am. I thought, what the fuck? I can't talk. And like my husband laughed at my mother. My mother's going, where's your teeth? I said I don't like them because I whistle. Or, you know when you wear false teeth, like they clicker, clacker, clicker, clacker. And then my husband, and she whistles. So I don't wear fucking false teeth. So what the fuck? Can I donate them to somebody that needs teeth? Can you do that? Should I call the dentist who put the teeth in and say, you remember me after you told me about the dentist who died? That's how I found out he died. Went in to get my teeth and, oh, that dentist died in a plane. After I started fucking bawling, saying about I had premonition I would die. And that's how I said to her, I gotta find out if Kim's alive. Because the girl who touched my hand, her name was Kim and played girls hockey. So, like, my story is people touching me that didn't die, but those around them that did. And that's why I really had a good talk with the doctor, the dentist, because it was his plane that they would fly in, him and his assistant, to Sault Ste. Marie, and he was training for night flying so he could fly into impoverished communities to give free dental care. Free. And after I was so sick after I got my teeth pulled, now it makes sense. Because in the time I was throwing up, him and his instructor fell to the earth, dying. But they said when they saw the plane, it was like the plane just floated to the ground. Looked inside and both were dead. So it's like, my story has to be told. I think if only my family understood, if I save one person from taking their life, or one person looking at the person that is in their family who's been a criminal at one point, who needs forgiveness. Because if it wasn't for the guys in the Northern Treatment Center, you guys don't understand how many people were in there that came every time for a couple of weeks. And I was told at one point, don't come for a while, because a lot of people are telling their 12th, and we've had to staff new counselors because they're spilling their guts because they don't want to die. And I will never forget the day when I came home and asked my son, what if they're calling me the cream between an Oreo, are they being mean to me? He said, no, Mom. It's just those 2 big African American men that you love. They just love you. You're the cream. between the Oreo. And everybody loves Oreo cookies, Mom. And I can see these two men to this day. And the man who gave me the styrofoam coffee cup with an eagle. He drew an eagle on it, and that coffee cup, I still have it. I haven't found it yet. And when it's time, it'll tell me, I'm over here, because things I care for, I put aside, and then when I need it, it says, here I am. Like Steve A.V. Watchman's phone number when I called his aunt when she was him in the hospital when his Auntie Sandra was dying. And since that day, I've lost 65 pounds. And I'm a medium. Woohoo! Because let's start this song. And I'll end it with this song. Lovin', touchin', squeezin'. Or no, stop believing. No, I can't do this because I got stuck. That's too long. Why are people striking my music? Okay, video play after ad. Okay, here we go. Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. I think that's too loud. Oh, better turn it down. Little kid pretending he's a cowboy. And he shoots the guy in the car. I'm looking like this. Oh, and he's driving a plane. Nope. I ain't going up in a plane. But you can drive me faster in a car. I'll close my eyes. Yeah. To your life. I ain't going up in a plane. Nope. The last time I went in a plane, was, where were we going? We were going to my sister. We were going somewhere. I had my daughter with me, Bob Joe. I think Papa was holding you. And all of a sudden, this beautiful stewardess bent over. And you grabbed the stewardess's dress. And she turned around real fast. And he said it was a baby. She goes, yes, sir. I said, no, honest to God, it was. Because my daddy never touched nothing without asking, can I touch something? Right, my baby? That's the last time I've been on a plane. I think it was Auntie Kathy's wedding. Did we? Yeah, I think we flew there. Oh, no. That was a different time because we drove there because we went to go see. What the? Okay, we got to go talk to Daddy and see because I don't think my husband went with us. I think maybe it was that. Never mind. I'll have to figure that out. Bye. Because we went to see. Remember, we went to see Friday the 13th? All three of us running in an underground parking lot. Because the usher, when we went to go see that movie, he said, "Don't go." Because we were late. He goes, "Don't go." He goes, "This is my favorite part." And we didn't even know. Somebody opens up the fucking door of something. All of a sudden, everybody, because I didn't see it because he made me watch him. All of a sudden, everybody's fucking popcorn, I think it was at the start of the movie, all went all over the fucking place. And then he said, "Okay, you can go. At least you got your popcorn." Hey, guy, remember us? Because when we come back, honest to God, when we come back, because you got to go for an elevator to go up to where my sister lived, because I'm going to go for a pee too before I start the song. There's a poor guy all by himself in the elevator. As the three of us ran back, because I said, "We're in the underground garage, we're all gonna fucking die." As this poor guy, as I think it was my mother, my sister. There's 3 or 4 of us, I don't know, but I knew I was gonna, just like the fucking bear outside, when my husband going, "Oh, look, it's a bear." Boom! Eat him before me. He's in the corner. Well, after we ran in there, this poor guy in the elevator stands back, and we're going, or I yell, "We just saw," or what was it, Elm Street, or whatever. And he looked at us and went, "I understand." As we were all still scared from the movie, went up to my sister's apartment, went in the door, and drank fucking wine, because my sister at that time, and at this time when I was drinking, was a rock star, because she buys wine, all different kinds. So Mom got drunk because she's not allowed to drink wine because my mother, remember that time with the glass? My sister bought the same fucking glasses. Mom's going, "Well, why aren't you filling it?" Meanwhile, my mother doesn't realize glasses like this, really big, it makes it look, you don't realize. You got 12 ounces of wine. So my mother, our mother, kept filling her fucking wine glass because she broke a fucking wine glass at my sister's, because we got a picture of our daughter, Bobby Joe, somewhere, of you holding a pina colada glass, because those ones are like this and like this. And we got it, her wine glasses are so big, it covered your whole fucking head, because there was a kitty that kept trying to beat you up. Because I hate cats, or I like cats, but I watch cats because I don't trust cats. Because he kept trying to beat my daughter up. But there we got her with a cover. It looks like she's got a cup mask on her face, as the kitty, as her eyes are I don't know if they were cross-eyed, but it's the best picture. Because you don't really want a picture of your kid. Like nowadays, if somebody saw a picture of my daughter with that, I'd be in jail, right? I got a picture of her. And yeah, it's her. In her walker with, one of those, what do you call those, neck collars? She looked like a Russian doll. Okay? Just for a little wee second. Put a cigarette in her mouth. And all of a sudden, that freaking kid, who was just extraordinary, she did a thumbs up, and we took the picture. But I'm not sharing that. because I took the smoke out just as fast because kids break up cigarettes. They're like little minions going around. You shouldn't be smoking. Buy candy. Buy something else instead of cigarette. Because I remember the Walker's blue. And one Christmas, because we had the same Walker for Drew. Or no, we had this other fucking thing. Oh, the dog. Remember the green ones that were like fucking spaceships? That were like this? No tipping walkers? That kid was in his walker. Put the tree up, just starting the decorations. That's why I don't decorate the tree. Because all of a sudden, I went to go get something in the kitchen. Turned around, went back, and there's Drew in the walker holding the tree that he pulled over on top of him. And I lift it up, and the kid is giggling because his sister, remember, Bobby John, remember what you did at Nana's house? As you're walking upstairs and Drew's walking down, and she just did this little tap. Well, Drew, the kid in the dryer, remember? Drew's in the dryer. What? He was crawling. I think he was just walking. Bobby Joe, you're such a meanie. That's why she doesn't want me to. She didn't mean to, but she did. She just kind of tapped him. Well, Drew, thank God he was a fatty. He rolled. Good Lord, love a duck, all the way down the stairs as I'm running down, and Bobby Joe, I look up as she's going like, because she's in shock, not realizing she just threw her brother down the stairs. And I look at Drew because he was a little baby, and he's going, do it again. So I look at Bobby Joe and I go, well, he's not hurt. And then after that, was this just around the same time you put him in a fucking dryer? In Blind River, where Auntie Karen was there. Ashley, Craig, and Amanda and Bobby were the same age because they were born. I had my baby and she had her baby same time. We were preggies at the same time. So, Karen had 2 kids. 4 kids. Drew, get in the dryer. Okay. There's Karen, me, Daddy outside, because I don't know what the fuck. All of a sudden, and Nan stand there, so, Amanda opens the window. Drew's in the dryer! All of a sudden you hear thump, thump, thump. He was in the dryer. Because all 3 of us mothers ran. My husband standing there with the red hair going, oh, now I know why she didn't want to have any more babies. Yeah. We were talking about me. I said, I still don't know why I stuck my head in the industrial dishwasher at the end of the night. I think it was for Carmen and Yolanda to say, because Yolanda, I'm pretty sure she's still living, to say, because Carmen, from what I understand, has passed away. So Yolanda is my witness to say, yeah, she did. I walked up to her and gave her a towel, washed her face, and she's red like Linda's like her thing in there going, and I'm thinking. And she did. She come, Yolanda. Yeah, she come up and hugged me and went, I love you too much. Turned around and walked out. So Yolanda and my boys love you. Because I got to bring home every prime rib, bone, that came back that nobody took home for their puppies. And I gave it to the crew of dogs that waited every night where the bunny rabbit laneway, the window of the drive-through that everybody giggles about. He hasn't come over yet because it's his parents work during the day, so soon as they drive in, I can see them get their mail. And as soon as they get there, he comes here right away. He's blind, he's deaf, and all the animals that have passed on are the ones that, hey, everybody, if you had prime rib bones in your yard, it was me. Because the dogs had to say at a certain point at night, okay, she's coming. Okay, I gotta go pee and get my prime rib bone. So, yeah. So, me coming in remember when I worked at Canadian? And I'd pull in the dark because we don't have lights. So I didn't see what poked their head in my door of the car as soon as, because I'd have the coffee cans, whatever amount, beside me. And all of a sudden, there'd be a snout. Okay, it's a dog. Give it a bone. Poop, gone. Another snout. Give it a bone. Gone. Poop. And I just kept feeding them till the dogs because I think maybe it might have been a wolf too, because I don't get hurt by animals. And what my husband saw today about the birds, I'll leave you with that. Because my hubby wants me right now. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I swear to God, the dogs and the families, can you imagine people who never had prime rib and they're going, now where the hell did this come from? It was me, Kimmy Monster. Bye. Snowball Nation signing out. Be a Kimmy. Be nice. And donuts to the police officers, please. Take care, everybody. Snowball Nation signing out and going for a pee.